Carl Sagan, thank you for the Alex Jones clip. I think it really opened the eyes of some libertarian-inclined friends of mine on Facebook. I think the Koch brothers' influence of not only the Tea Party but also libertarian ideology is becoming a little more apparent to people, so maybe this government shutdown debacle might start to move some of the 30-somethings who fell for Ron Paul back toward the left end of the spectrum. Indeed. I mean, look, you know, back in the day when I was doing Dylan Radigan and arguing with Tim Carney, he really had a problem with people demonizing the Koch brothers. Now, and he would go to their retreats and whatnot. I don't know that they paid him enough to shape his thinking. Who knows? But the bottom line is that the Koch brothers fund these libertarian ideologies because they want to improve their business. They claim that they don't want to see any corporations getting largesse, but of course they get largesse. Not only do they probably get it in the form of subsidies, but they also get it in the form of tax expenditures, in the form of eminent domain that we see taking place through Texas and Oklahoma for things like Keystone and their other pipelines. They get government largesse in a myriad of ways. And the less regulation, and when we say regulation, we know what that means. That means the more society at large subsidizes their business model by paying for the cost of externalities of them doing business, the higher their profit margins. And so lack of regulation, lack of a force that forces them to pay for their externalities, which they shift that cost onto us, is a subsidy. They try to frame it that regulation puts an undue burden on business. That burden is not undue. It is the burden of having to pay your operating costs. It is the burden of not being able to shift onto the public and to society at large your operating costs. That's why they want to be freed from those shackles. Because those shackles are a bunch of us saying, hey, you can't pee on me, at least without my permission. I know you've got to relieve yourself, but you can't pee here. You're burdening me, man. I'm having to hold it in or pee on myself or have to go find a toilet.
Why should you have access to a toilet? I don't understand that. There's just sort of communist assumptions that come.
I'm not sure I understand where you're going with that metaphor.
Well,
why should you force me?
Why should you force me to provide for you a toilet and force me not to pee on you?
Right.
That's basically what the response is, right?
The response is, why should you force me to find a toilet?
Right.
Well, you can pee on yourself.